every single play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Taylor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna swing it on second down. Caught over the middle, it's Marsh. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Offense set on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and go, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
And off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Quarterback making checks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Gonna look downfield again. Fires left. That's caught. It's Taylor. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Quarterback may change this route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Armstrong. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Aggie! A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to go up top on first down. Sends it downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They'll go back to the ground. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And this offense really struggled in the first half, but how about taking the last possession down the field, punching 6 on the board with a chance to tie this football game up. Low scoring, but nice job finishing this half with a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Hawkins. A little screen to the running back. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. And they'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the tight end. Give to the back. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A little release to the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And the Wolverines will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's looking to throw. Dumps it off his blocks. Touchdown, Wolverines! And that one will put him up here in the second half. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Middle Tennessee. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making the situation a lot more manageable.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Release to the back. He's got it. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Going to try to get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell it can.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give as they work on that clock. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got a man, it's Taylor. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Running to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the running back is showing you his experience and his awareness. I love that run. Not so much about the game. I love the fact that he didn't run out of bounds. A lot of younger guys probably would have done that. You've got the lead here late. You want to bleed the clock. Really, really smart decision that time by the running back.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying coverage. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today. Dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look at.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.